So for today, we're going to start with removal of the complete wiring harnesses from the engine bay of the R36. It's really a lot of wires. Let's see how it goes. Hi everyone. So as you can see, today it's wiring day. Yes, it's wiring day. From our last episode, we managed to remove the engine and gearbox from the Passat. So you can see that's the R36 engine and gearbox on the hoist over there. So today what we'll do is we'll start with removal of the wiring harness from the engine bay. We'll start off with removal of the wiper arms and the covers on the top here to get to the computer box. And then we can start tackling and removing different sections of the wiring harness. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, so first thing you need to do is remove these clips to remove the wiper arms.
That's a cover. So you just put a screwdriver in and you wedge it up. That's 1, 2 over here. So while Emma's got that loose, I'll quickly shoot it's a number 13 nut for each wiper arm. That's 1, that's 2, and we gotta get the wiper arm loose. Okay, let's lose that one. Let's see. Okay, this one is out. Let's see. There we go. So take that wiper arm. There we go. We've got these covers. We've just got clips on the front holding this plastic cover onto the body. Quite simple. Here's a clip here. Just remove this complete harness from there. That's out. You can take out this rubber as well. Let's remove this rubber here. Okay, so the left one is already loose. That's the left one. That's the right one. Okay, so we are one step closer. So if you come and see over here on this side, so that's the ECU for the R36 engine. You can see the wires are running all the way at the bottom. It's one separate harness. We'll separate it. Start with that. Cover there. On the side here. Come in here. There we go. Okay, that's a computer box. We want to remove is this is the power steering harness. That's also a separate one running over here, and it goes to the fuse box, so we need to remove that. I think while we're at it here, so let's remove all the bolts from, or the nuts, sorry, from the fuse box. We get that removed, and then just for information for everyone, so as you can see, we already started labeling all the wires on this harness on the front, so it makes it easy for us to know exactly what's going on with each plug. Okay, so that's the power steering section. So we can also fold this and put it away with the other wires. Okay, good. So we're getting one step closer. Let's see what's next. We need to start looking at removing this fuse box as well. Let's see now what's needed for that. On the top here also, so we've got a sensor here on the top. We need to start labeling that up. I think let's label some of the wires here and the plugs that's inside the water box. Okay, so the next one is gonna be the alternator harness. So that's the P plus that comes from the fuse box power terminals. Just remove this quickly here. Okay, so that's out, and we've got one plug over here. So this plug was labeled as well, alternator, so we know exactly which one goes where. Another one to join the box. Okay, we need to remove this ABS plug over here. Just press that down. This should pull out. So that's the ABS unit plug. We're gonna need that to come out with the harness. Then we've got all these brown wires are sort of birds that need to be unplugged. We need to label this one. So we label this what it is, and here on the top, what do we have here? 13. Number 13 over here. Let's remove that quickly. Okay. So whatever is part of the harness, we got to get that removed. Using this, we've got the wiper motor labeled as well. So that's labeled over there. We can unplug this, and this one will be the one going to the bonnet, which we can remove. And we've got a wire going down here, and there's something interesting which I'm not sure what it is for, but this wire is going down here into the fender. I'm gonna try and put a light in there so we can see. Can you catch it there inside with the camera? I don't know. Let's try from the top here. There's a box there far inside the fender on the top there, on the left top corner. So we need to try and access that. I think there's some electrical box. I'm not sure what it's used for. What we'll do is we'll remove the inside fender plastic cover, and then we should gain access to this box. So let's quickly do that. Remove all these T20 screws so we can see what is this box that's sitting underneath here. So we suspect that this could be a siren that's here. We need to drill out these rivets to remove this cover and see what is behind here. Okay, so it is a siren. It's for the alarm system. So what we'll do is we'll see how to use this in the T5 where we can bolt it on. We'll find a nice spot in the T5 for that. Okay, so we got the alarm siren plug removed, and as you can pull this harness out of the water box. So we've got this whole harness taken out on this end. There we go. Is it loose? What do we have there?
Oh, it's an earth.
Okay, let's remove the earth quickly. Looks like a 10mm socket. So that's just the earth. Okay, let's remove this whole harness, this section of the harness. You got it out?
There we go, it's out.
Okay, so that's the earth. And this section of the harness can be removed or separated from the water box. Okay, so I think, yeah, it looks like we got everything removed that needs to be removed from this section, which is good. So what we'll do now is we'll close this water box up. Let's put the wiper arms back so that we have less parts lying around. Okay, so the harness, if you look here at the bottom, that's the harness going through the grommet into the body. That's what we need to do. We need to get all those wires through inside. So on the right side, we've got most of the connections removed. It's all loose. What I see that's left is this fuse box. So we just need to quickly do the fuse box, and then I think this left side will be able to go through into the cabin. Yeah, go. There we go. This would remove, so that just all plugs onto that. There we go. So that's one. Let's have it out here. So that's the plugs of the fuse box. Okay, so there's a cover there on the inside. MS, can you check what's it? Number 10 bolts, 2 of them.
Yeah.
We need to remove that out. So if you remove that out, it will work for us. Because then all this plastic pieces will come out with it. No, it's not going to. Let's see how big is that cover. How big is that plastic cover?
It's not very big. It's maybe about the size of your palm.
Okay, try, we see.
That's all.
Got the complete left side of the harness from the engine bay removed. That's now becoming really a lot of wires on this side. Let's check what it looks like. Let's see. So this is all from the engine bay, right? There we go. That's all the engine bay on the left side. So that's good. We just need to label the wheel speed sensor and the brake pad wear sensor. Okay, so we finished off very late last night. We only have the right side of this harness that we need to remove, so we're going to try and do it now today. It's the next day. So what we need to do to get this harness out, it's in a really tight spot where we can't get our hands in. We need to remove the brake booster over here, so we're going to try and get this brake booster removed. Okay, we need to remove. There's 2 number 10 millimeter sockets on here. We need to remove this. These bolts are going right through to the other side, to the inside of the car. We need to remove those 2. And we've got a plug on here that I can remove. There we go. So that plug is out. We'll label it as well. So MS, maybe you can make the label in the meantime. The label needs to say, so this one was the brake fluid level sensor on the top. This one can just be brake booster. So just make me a label brake booster. And while MS is getting us that label, let's remove the number 10 bolts. Let's see how tight are they. They're not too tight. Okay, so we got the booster slightly loose, and we can see, let's say, the grommet here that goes through into the car. Okay, that's the one bolt. Let's remove this one. Go. So you can see it's a really long bolt. Goes from here right into the car. Get this other one out. The booster is already loose. Okay, that's the other long bolt. Okay, so we're gonna start disconnecting this right side harness from this side here. Okay, so it looks like we're ready to start moving this wiring harness into the car. MS is inside the car. MS, can you start pulling the wires slowly through? And we're almost through, and then it's the last one, and I think the furthest point was the hooter, the left hooter. There you go. Okay, so we at least got the harness through. Yes, that's good news. So I think if you look at the car here on the inside of the engine bay, on the right side there's no more wires. All the wires are removed, and on this side here as well there's no wires. The only wires we got left here is the B plus that's coming from the battery in the rear to this connection over here, and this is the one that feeds the fuse box. So I think that's all good. So we managed to get all the wires into the car from the front. As you can see, the right side was now pulled in here. We really have a lot of wires that's snaking up here inside. So yeah, I think in the next episode what we'll do is we're gonna bring in the wires from the rear of the vehicle into the cabin here, and then we'll remove everything from the cabin to get it to the T5. So for now, I think that's all for this episode. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next episode.